Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this ADI Part 3 training video, we're going to be looking under risk management and we're going to look at the competency, word directions and instructions given to the pupil clear and in good time. So in this video, we're going to explore that competency, and to help you get the information right from the source, so to speak, just Google carrying out driving instructor tests and checks, examiner guidance, and you need to scroll down to section 3.24 where you will find interpreting the assessment criteria. So each of the 17 competencies are listed here, and it will explain what examiners are looking for, what they want to see and what they don't want to see. So to help you with this, I've put this video together where I'm going to show you clips of PDIs that have done some training and they're starting to explore this and put this into practice. Now please bear in mind these PDIs are early stages of their learning, so they've done the basic training, they're not out on trainee licenses yet, and so they're just practicing using me, their trainer, role playing the student, and they've created a scenario, a lesson that they want to deliver, and they're going to have a go. So we're going to go through this, watch little clips and give feedback, but relating it to this specific competency of word directions and instructions given clear and in good time. Okay, so before we get into the video, I'd just like to tell you about my online Part 3 training kit. It's designed to be a home study kit, so you can study from the comfort of your own home before you get out with your trainer, no matter where you live. All around the country you can do that. The course covers all the skills, the essential skills you'll need to be an instructor, and then it will move on to the subjects of how to deliver the syllabus to your pupils, lesson planning, all that kind of stuff. It takes around 30 hours to complete, and there's lots of activities that you can practice, get out of the car and practice, as well as quizzes to check your understanding before you move on to the next stage. Once you've successfully completed the course, you're going to get a certificate. Like I say, it takes about 30 hours to complete, so you can use that towards your training hours. Really good news, we had 2 people that I've never met pass the ADI Part 3 test last week. They sent me an email saying thank you for the course. So it really is helping people. So if you're interested in that, please take a look in the description. I'll put the link. And before any more, I will just say thank you for watching and enjoy the video. Okay, so let's just set the scene for the first lesson. You're going to watch a PDI delivering a lesson to me, the pupil, and the PDI has already done a briefing to the pupil on roundabout. So he's introducing a new subject, and we've been briefed, or I've been briefed, on turning left at a roundabout and going ahead at a roundabout. And now we're going to start the practical session of the lesson. Just a quick word of caution: if you're planning to do a Part 3, avoid introducing a new subject to a beginner. You're far better off recapping on a subject that the pupil's already done to a part trained student. This will save a lot of time briefing. The examiners don't want to see a briefing, they just want to see a recap, establish what goals they need, establish what the learner wants to get out of the lesson, and then you can just crack on with it.
Yeah. Alright, let's do it.
Okay, Howard, we have done the recap, your last lesson recap, and we have done the briefing.
Yes.
And so we are going to be doing turning left and straight ahead in a loop. So we are going to do about 10 minutes, then we come back, or 10-15 minutes, then we come back and have a chat about it. Okay?
The roundabouts.
Yeah, do the roundabouts. So
Okay.
just one last thing before we move off. I want you to come back here. So we are going to do right on this roundabout.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how are you going to do that? So I have to...
Just go round it.
So you're going to be on the right side of the center white line, and on the right side. So
the right.
as you can
the right
see,
side of the line.
as you can see, there is no lane marking here. So you're going to be in the center on this one. Yeah.
So am I? This one
Let me clear that out for you. Right. This is the roundabout. Yeah. When we come back, and ask you to pull up. Yeah. So we are going to be here. Yeah. And you are not going to have any lane.
Okay.
So this is going to be just like that.
Yeah.
So when I ask you to turn right at the roundabout, so we are going to come back this one on this road. Yeah.
You will direct me, won't you?
Yeah, I will help you through, but I want you to let you know what you are going to be doing. So how you are going to do that? So you are going to stay left of the center white line. Yeah. And keep inside of the roundabout, inside lane. You're going to go like that. So you're going to go like that, and then as soon you pass the second exit, yeah, you check your middle and left mirror, and if it's safe to do so, you move over to the left lane, then come back here, and then we park up here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So we are going to do few loops.
Okay.
And then see how you get on. And what kind of help do you need from me?
I'm not sure really.
Do you want me to talk you through, or do you want me to prompt you?
Yeah, give me a bit of help. I've not done these before.
Okay, I will talk you through for the first few roundabout. If you feel confident, then you're going to take a bit of responsibility.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. Yeah.
Okay. Are you happy with everything?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions before we move off?
I can't think of anything.
So we have done all the safety checks and everything is fine?
Yeah.
Okay, move on when you're ready, please.
Okay, so at the start of the lesson, this is the instructor's opportunity to agree how directions are going to be managed throughout the lesson. And this is part of your risk management. So we want to get this right because it needs to be clear to people exactly what's going on. So I'd say something like to the pupil, like, we'll get out and practice. We've got some roundabouts around here that would be suitable for what you need. I'll give you directions in plenty of time. If you don't hear what I say, just ask, I'll repeat it. And then I'd have a conversation about how much help would you want. So would you like to be guided? Do you feel confident enough to have a go? Something like that. Get that agreed. And then you want to be able to manage risk. So yeah, what if things go wrong? You want to cover something like that. So yeah, okay, let's say the pupils agreed to do this, have a go at their own, for example. So I'd say, yeah, no, I'm happy for you to have a go at turning left at the roundabouts on your own. If I feel you're getting in trouble though, I can always jump in and keep you safe, so I might need to tell you to slow down. If I need to jump in on the controls, I can do that. If I do need to help you, we'll always just have a little chat and discuss why I did those things. Is that okay with you? Get that agreement. And then you can get on with the lesson. So if we review what actually happens, the pupil became quite confused because it was said that there would be, we're going to go on a loop of 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to come back here. Well, you've got to remember the pupil at this point hasn't got a clue where they're going, and remember, they're not responsible for the route. The instructor should be taking control of that. To finish the loop, the instructor then realised that we would need to be turning right. So then they've been drawn into giving a briefing on turning right, and now the pupil's getting very confused. And this is not what the instructor wanted to be talking about at that moment in time. He's finished his briefings and now he's got to do another one. So what it would have been better to do there is get him going on a route that the instructor has decided. And then when the time comes to pull up, he could just say, look, Howard, we'll go back and have a chat. So we're going to need to turn right at the next roundabout. I can help you with that. Or do you think you can have a go? I'm happy to let you have a go. I can always jump in if I need to. That would be much better.
we're coming up to roundabout soon.
Okay.
So I want you to turn left at the roundabout. Yeah?
Okay.
Check middle and left mirror. Signal left. Cancel signal. Cancel signal. Signal left now. Brake, brake, brake. More brake, more brake, more brake. Clutch down into second gear. Clutch slowly up. And then check middle and right mirror. And then accelerate.
Okay, so let's just review the little clip there. So remember, we're looking at directions. So were they given clear and in good time? Absolutely yes. The direction was delivered in plenty of time, which then gave the people enough time to sort of process that and answer, and then that left the instructor enough time to give those instructions, which we'll get on to in a minute. So just a little tip here, something you could do with your pupil is ask the pupil to tell you when they see the roundabout, and then give them the direction. So this will encourage the pupil to look further ahead, look for signs, road markings, which will help their awareness and planning skills. So that's just a tip. You don't need to do that, but that's going to really help develop their forward planning. Okay, so let's look at the instructions now. Were they given clear and in good time? So the instructions started with a mirror check, which was agreed. The instructor had agreed to talk me through, and the pupil was happy with that. So that was started in good time. The mirrors were in good time. And then we had a problem with the signal. So obviously the instructor made a mistake, not aware of the junction before the roundabout. So that just boils down to your local knowledge. So it's really important you know the area. And if you make a mistake, which, you know, we're going to make mistakes, just own it. Just say, look, sorry, my mistake. Cancel that signal. Let's get it on after the junction. Just to help the pupil understand what was going on, because it was like signal on, signal off, and the pupil might be thinking, oh, what? Sorry, what? What's going on? So that's where we could communicate a little bit clearer there. The tone of voice with the instructions did seem a little bit abrasive, like they were barking orders at the pupil. So just sort of be aware of that. So let's just have a look at the instruction around the speed and gear and the decision to go. So let's try and think what the instruction was. The instructor was saying, yeah, get your clutch down, get second gear, get your clutch up. And by the time that's delivered, we're in the roundabout. And because the pupil's trying to change gear, pupil's not able to steer. So that causes the pupil to go wide, and the instructors had to come in to keep him in position. So that was all a little bit late, and it could be better. So to help get better with that, the sort of things I would be saying there is, yeah, let's think about speed and gear. So okay, so let's start braking, slow down. So yeah, get your clutch down, have a look in the roundabout. Is it clear? Wait for the pupil to respond. Yes, good. Okay, so let's take an appropriate gear. So now your pupil can choose what an appropriate gear would be. If they need help with that, you can tell them second if that's what they need. And then if it's safe, get your clutch up and go. So you're kind of asking the pupil or you're encouraging the pupil to look and take those decisions. It's very risky for the instructor to start telling the pupil to go, because you could miss things and that could backfire. So you should only really be telling your pupil to go if it's like safety critical, that you've got a risk of being rear-ended, or you've been waiting there for too long, and then you jump in and say, hey, look, after this blue one you can go. That's the only time really you should be telling your pupil to go.
We are coming to another roundabout. At the roundabout, turn left. So what you're going to do, check center and left mirror, Signal. You signal too early. Cancel the signal. Signal left. Brake. Brake. Less brake. Less brake. Less brake. Less brake. Off brake. Clutch down. Into second gear. Brake to stop.
Stop. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
So at the next roundabout, this really illustrates how a late instructions can start to cause danger. So yeah, these were seriously late. So I was told to stop right at the give way line. If I did attempt that, that would have been an emergency stop and we would have gone past the give way lines. So had that van been coming round, we would have stopped right in its path. So with the speed and momentum we had going there, I took the decision as the pupil to allow the car to move through, because that, believe me, was the safest option. But think about what was being said on approach. You know, so I was told to come off the brake, less brake, less brake, less brake. So the instructions are quite frantic at this point. So you want to work on that tone of voice just to calm down. Remember, you're in control and you want to be a calming influence on your learners, because if you're stressed, they're going to be stressed. So that tone of voice is important, that you come across serene and calm and everything's going to be okay. So yeah, start instruction earlier. I wouldn't have said less brake. I'd have just said, right, just keep braking, get the clutch down, give it time, and then again, which I've already mentioned, allow the pupil to make the decision. How do we feel about that van? Are you going to go or are you going to wait? Oh, I'm going to go. No, wait. And if the pupil is going too fast or is going to shoot in, then the instructor needs to take that physical control to keep it safe. But remember, when you're doing that, you need to know what's behind you. Is it safe to stop the car? In this situation, we did have a car following behind. So had I have stopped, pretty sure we would have, or potentially could have, got rear-ended. And if the van had come round, so it would have been a double whammy. So definitely the decision was safer to keep moving.
Check middle and right mirror.
Yeah.
So there's another roundabout coming, so we are going to turn left here again. No signal. There's a signal now. Brake. Clutch down into second gear.
Oh, hands.
Move over to the left. Move round to the left. Round the car. Signal again. Check middle and right mirror, and then.
Okay, so again, another example of how late instructions can cause problems when coming into a roundabout. As the instructor, you need to be in more control. So if needs be, take physical control, get the car to slow down so that the pupil's got time to change that gear before the roundabout, and then they'll have a chance to be able to steer the car. So if your instructions are not working, slow down, right? Say, I've got the brakes here, I'm slowing you down, now change gear, and you can get all that done in good time. And also we need to be thinking about that signal, that the pupils started to signal a little bit too early. So that would need to be dealt with at some point, but don't let that distract you when you're given a full instruction into a roundabout.
So you have done the junction, so you shouldn't have any problem doing 30, okay? So carry on.
Do 30, yeah?
30, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the instructor said, okay, so you've done the junctions, so you shouldn't have any problems doing 30. So just be careful with statements like that. Just because a pupil's done something before doesn't mean they're going to get it right this time. That is part of the learning process. Pupils will make mistakes, and you need to revisit it. It's not very helpful for the learner to be told, come on, you've done this before, you should know this now, because obviously they don't, and there's a gap in their knowledge, there's something they haven't quite understood. So take the time and help them explain.
We we are coming up to a same roundabout again, and there is a junction. So I want you to signal just after the junction. So you check your mirrors. Then once you pass the junction, you can signal left, and you slow down. Don't brake to stop. I want you to roll the car. You have done it at the junctions, the crossroad, T junctions. You roll the car. So you're going to do the same at the roundabout. Turn left.
Okay, so this is a very instructor-led type of lesson where the instructor is telling the pupil what they are going to do. There's no agreement, there's no acceptance of that could the pupil do this or any understanding why. It's just you're going to do it this time, you're not going to make mistakes, you're going to get it right, you've done this before, now do it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video and these clips. I hope it gives you a better understanding of why it's important that you give directions and instructions clear and in good time. We've seen some examples of how it can go wrong if we're a little bit late or very late with instructions, and if they're not very clear, because it's just going to confuse the pupil. So, and just remember that we need to be doing this in a client-centered way and giving the pupil the support they need. That's very important. We've got to help them, nurture them, and they will grow if we help them. Okay, so let's wrap this video up. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave comments about the kind of things you'd like to see or what you thought about this video. And be sure to check out my free taster course for the DIT kit. See the link in the description, and yeah, go check that out and enjoy. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.